The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is almost here. As the launch event approaches, excitement is building, and rumors are spreading fast. Apple is preparing to reveal the next generation of its most powerful smartwatch. For fans of wearable technology, this is a big moment. The Ultra line is Apple's boldest experiment in the watch category. It's larger, tougher, and built for people who push their limits. Now, the third version could bring upgrades that many have been waiting for. Before we dive into the details, let's take a step back. Let's remind ourselves why the Ultra series even exists, and what happened with the Ultra 2. Because to understand why the Ultra 3 is important, we need to see where it came from. The road to Ultra 3. When Apple first introduced the Ultra, it was clear that this wasn't just another Apple Watch. It was bigger, with a 49mm case. It had better battery life, brighter display, titanium build, and features for divers, climbers, and athletes. The Ultra became the watch for those who wanted more than just health tracking. It was a lifestyle tool for extreme conditions. The Ultra 2 continued that vision but didn't bring groundbreaking changes. Instead, Apple gave it a new finish, some brighter screen improvements, and software updates. It looked good, but for many, it felt like a pause year. The Ultra 2 didn't push the boundaries as much as people expected. Meanwhile, the Apple Watch Series 10 came out, and suddenly the regular line had features that made the Ultra 2 look dated. The Series 10 had a slightly larger display, a new S10 chip, and the LTPO3 OLED screen. That new screen meant better efficiency, higher refresh rates, and smoother animations. Even the second hand on the watch face could move naturally while in low-power mode. The Ultra 2 couldn't do that. So the Ultra 2 ended up in an unusual place. It was Apple's most expensive watch, but it wasn't the most advanced. That's why expectations for the Ultra 3 are so high. Apple knows it has to catch up. And if the latest leaks are true, the Ultra 3 could deliver just that. Bigger and better display. One of the most exciting rumors is about the display. Leaked code suggests the Ultra may 3rd feature a slightly larger resolution of 422 by 514 pixels, compared to the Ultra 2's 410 by 502. On paper, this might not sound like a big jump. But in practice, every pixel matters on a smartwatch. A higher resolution means sharper text, crisper images, and more space for complications on the watch face. The case size itself is expected to stay the same, which means Apple may achieve this improvement by shrinking the bezels. That's big news. The bezels on the current Ultra are thick, and many users have noticed them. If Apple reduces those borders, the watch will look more modern, with an edge-to-edge feel. Even more important than resolution is the move to LTPO3 OLED technology. This is the same type of display used in the Series 10. Unlike LTPO2 panels, which the Ultra 2 uses, LTPO3 relies on an oxide-based TFT layer. What does that mean? It means several key improvements. First, it allows for higher efficiency. The display consumes less power, which directly benefits battery life. Second, it supports higher refresh rates. Animations and scrolling will feel smoother and more natural. Third, it improves viewing angles and brightness. Apple claims up to 40% better brightness when viewed from the side. That makes a big difference outdoors, where glare and reflections are common. So, the display is not just about numbers. It's about the overall experience. A smoother, brighter, and more efficient screen makes the Ultra 3 feel like a true upgrade over its predecessor. The power of the S11 chip. The Ultra 3 is also expected to debut with the S11 System in Package, or SiP. This is the next evolution after the S10 chip that powered the Series 10. Early reports suggest that the S11 won't dramatically boost speed. Instead, its main advantage will be in efficiency. Efficiency might not sound exciting, but for a smartwatch, it's everything. The S11 will allow the watch to run longer on the same battery. It will also support the new display drivers required for LTPO3 OLED panels. That means smoother refresh rates are not only possible but also optimized. Combined with software improvements in watchOS, the S11 could make the Ultra 3 feel faster, even if raw performance numbers are only slightly better. Apps will open more smoothly. Swipes will feel more responsive. And because of lower power draw, the watch will generate less heat during intensive tasks like navigation or workout tracking. Always cellular, now with 5G. Connectivity is another area where Apple may bring a big change. Right now, the Ultra is only available in a cellular version, unlike the regular Apple Watch, where you can choose GPS only. The Ultra is built for independence from the iPhone, and that will continue with the Ultra 3. But here's the twist. Rumors suggest Apple may switch from Qualcomm modems to MediaTek modems. MediaTek is one of the few companies producing 5G modems for wearables. If this is true, the Ultra 3 could become the first Apple Watch with true 5G connectivity. What would that mean in real life? Faster downloads, smoother streaming, and more reliable connections in crowded areas. Imagine streaming music while hiking, taking a video call from your wrist, or downloading map data on the go, all without your phone. That's the promise of 5G on the Ultra 3. Satellite expansion. Another exciting rumor is the expansion of satellite services. Apple already introduced satellite SOS for iPhones, allowing users to contact emergency services and share locations when cellular networks fail. The Ultra 3 might bring similar functionality directly to the wrist. This could be a game changer for adventurers. Picture yourself hiking in a remote area, far from cell towers. With satellite capability on the watch, you could send an emergency SOS, share your GPS location, or even send short text messages. All without carrying a separate device. If Apple makes this an ultra-exclusive feature, it would underline the watch's identity as the tool for explorers. Regular Apple Watches are great for fitness and health, but the Ultra is about survival and independence. Satellite connectivity would be the ultimate expression of that vision. Why these upgrades matter? At first glance, each of these upgrades might seem small. A slightly sharper screen. A more efficient chip. A different modem. But when combined, they paint a clear picture. The Ultra 3 is about refinement and catching up. The Ultra 2 looked weaker compared to the Series 10. Now, the Ultra 3 is set to reclaim its crown. The bigger display, LTPO3 panel, and S11 chip will bring it back to the cutting edge. 5G and satellite features will make it the most connected Apple Watch ever. For users who bought the original Ultra, this could be the perfect time to upgrade. After 3 years, the improvements in display, efficiency, and connectivity will feel like a big leap. For Ultra 2 owners, the decision might be harder, but the new features could still be tempting. Closing thoughts for Section 1. So, where does this leave us? The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is shaping up to be more than just a small refresh. It's Apple's chance to realign the Ultra with its original promise, to be the most advanced, most capable smartwatch in the world. With a larger, sharper display, better efficiency, 5G connectivity, and possible satellite features, the Ultra 3 is finally stepping out of the Series 10's shadow. It's returning to its place at the top of Apple's lineup. This is only the beginning of the story. In the next section, we'll explore even more. We'll talk about potential new materials, durability upgrades, battery life expectations, band innovations, software features, and how the Ultra 3 compares to its competitors. We'll also discuss what these changes mean for the future of wearable technology. For now, one thing is clear. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 isn't just another AP.